Hey everyone, I hope you guys are enjoying Monster Hunter Rise or Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak in whichever console you choose to play it on. Today we're going to be checking out the fact that Capcom continues to surprise hunters in just about every possible way. This time with the surprise drop of an event quest that we weren't necessarily expecting to finally make its way into the game. If you still don't necessarily know how to get your hands on any sort of event quest or downloadable items, and believe me when I tell you there's plenty of good ones being dropped as of recently, all you have to do is make your way down to the Steelworks or in Elgato, speak to the courier cat, go all the way down to the add-ons options and claim anything that's labeled in white, whether it is free event quests, downloadable item packs, or anything along those lines, whether it is you're playing on base Rise or in Sunbreak and any of the consoles available. So essentially what Capcom did this week is first and foremost drop two brand new event quests. One that is really surprising, the other one kind of alright. The first one we're going to be talking about though is this surprising quest called Rookie Hunter's Welcome. This one is based in the arena and you're basically going to be taking down a great Isuchi, a great Baggy, a great Ragi, and of course for just kickers of Volvidon on top of that. Now, the interesting thing about this quest is that this is a master rank 1-star quest, and these monsters are really interesting because they never really drop in like event quests at all. We haven't seen them prop in event quests for quite a long time. Now, the actual rewards for this quest is all you're going to get is crowns, whether it is you're hunting big crowns, small crowns. That is pretty much what this entire quest is affiliated with. The surprising thing about it is the timing of it. We were expecting this quest to pretty much end up dropping most likely at the back end of all of the event quests regarding the 4th free title update, since we now know Sunbreak will be dropping on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC Windows on April 28th. And we were expecting at the time of like pretty much the data mining started to come out for every single one of the event quests, that this event quest would drop pretty much around the time that Sunbreak drops on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC Windows to kind of unify all players getting event quests going forward at the same time. But since Capcom decided to reveal that they're basically going to drop Sunbreak up to the 3rd free title update, we weren't necessarily sure if they would even end up dropping this quest as we expected, since this was a quest that kind of seemed to be directly tailored for welcoming new players at the same time as pretty much everyone else. We expected it, yes, it was most likely going to be a double event quest week type of a quest, but at the same time, because PlayStation players are just starting to play, Sunbreak, Xbox, and PC Windows as well, they were just going to start playing Sunbreak, it's a good quest to drop for everyone to have access to at the same time. You still can't cross-play or cross-saves, but at the very least, having the same quest at the same time would have been a nice step forward. And of course, that's not the case. This quest is only available right now on the Nintendo Switch and PC Steam, and PlayStation, Xbox, and PC Windows players will have to wait until April 28th to just get the 3rd free title update, not even the 4th, much less the 5th, which presumably by then we're going to get the 5th free title update. So, the timing on this drop of this quest is a little bit of a surprise, but at the end of the day, the quest in and of itself is actually pretty interesting and pretty funny because you're always going to be fighting the great Baggy and the great Isuchi pretty much right out of the gate. You're probably going to see, based on the gameplay, probably by the time that I'm already talking, all of those monsters are already dead. They're easily going to be taken down. They're not really a threat at all. And of course, they're in the arena, so you can, pretty much do a lot of things to be able to abuse them. Then, of course, the Great Ragi and the Volvidon come in at the back end once you take down the first two, and they're just pretty much going to get singled, taken care of relatively fast. These things won't even last a minute, especially with any sort of random pug. So, you're not going to be too concerned with the quest itself. I think it's just really interesting that they decided to do this, kind of out of nowhere, no real pomp and circumstance, where it would have been a really great introductory quest to kind of unite PlayStation, Xbox, PC Windows, PC Steam, and Nintendo Switch players alike. Remember, the rewards is just, crowns. If you're interested in crowns, it's an alright quest for that. Anything else, not really all that valuable. Now, the second event quest that they decided to drop this week, because that's the thing, there's plenty of still, someone asked me in the comments just the other day how many quests are still available, and as of heading into this week, we're looking about 7 or so quests. But remember, we're only about 3 weeks away from the next, free title dropping. It's going to be dropping most likely on April 28th or so. At the same time that PlayStation, Xbox, and PC Windows players get Sunbreak. So the 5th free title update will be dropping at the same time for us on Nintendo Switch and PC Steam. So, we're not, that far off. Therefore, that means a lot of event quests are going to be doubles. And we are expecting a couple of really interesting ones within the next couple of weeks. At the very least, one more armor is pending. And, of course, another one of those hazard quests as well. And most likely another dual threat monsters as well. We're expecting a couple of really good quests in the upcoming weeks. With that said, the second quest that we got is called Freezing Fangs. You're going to be hunting 2 Luna Garens in the Forlorn Arena. And I have to be honest, this one just really doesn't do anything for anyone. There's no crowns attached to it, although I do think one of the Luna Garens that I saw in one of my quests was most likely a big crown Luna Garen, but there's already another quest where you can take down a Luna Garen for crowns, so I'm not really sure what the big difference here is. This quest just, I don't think it serves a purpose for anything, and that's kind of been one of my criticisms regarding event quests as of late. They just seem to be filling no purpose whatsoever, other than sometimes the rewards that you get. And for this specific quest, what you're going to notice is that you're going to be able to get the Kimura Pose set. As far as like the monsters are concerned, they don't have any sort of higher damage parameters or higher health, higher defense resistances, nothing like that. There's just normal Luna Garens. They're going to go down relatively fast. One will be available on the map. The other one will drop in, within like maybe 2 to 3 minutes. By that time, the other one should be ready to be killed. You have, of course, the sleep. If you're like you have the sleep toad if you want to pick one up. So once you take one down, you put the sleep toad on the other one, so you can kind of go to sleep and kind of pick up, farm your materials, carve whatever it is that you need to pick up. And that other one that's sleeping, is not really going to be bothering you or hacking away at you or anything like that. A lot of people just run to carve what they need, and they kind of ignore the other monster, hoping that it won't target them. But if you have a sleep toad, which is available in that map on the left side as you jump in, you should be able to pick that toad up. Use it when you kill one, carve if you need to before it disappears, and then be able to do the rest. Now, as you pick up this Kimura Pose set and you make your way back into town, it's not really all that exciting. Again, even the rewards are not very good. You're going to have your hunter kind of like crossing his arms, just standing still kind of a thing. And then the other one is just kind of like putting his arm down to below its waist, kind of like in a pensive type of state. I don't really know what to make of it. Maybe it's a Hinoa Minoto pose, default pose. Maybe that's what it is. I mean, I just kind of dropped into my head. Maybe that is what they're going after. But at the end of the day, I don't really know what to make of it. It's not really all that exciting. The quest isn't very good. The rewards are kind of meh. And it's funny that a quest with really weak-ass monsters, with, difficulty tier 1 is more interesting than the other kind of mediocre quest that they decided to drop. But that's about all the information that I have for you guys today. If you're brand new to my channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Hit the bell to receive notifications when the videos go up. And as always, thank you so much for watching. See ya.